What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 84 of this series. We are actually already done with the first quarter of the season, which is kind of crazy, you know. We don't have our bye week yet. Our bye week's gonna be in week 8. But here's a round of the league video after the first quarter of the season. You guys see, there's 3 4-0 teams: Washington, Indianapolis, and Green Bay. Seems like Tavon McGee and the Green Bay Packers with Trey McDaniels, they're actually starting to find some success without Aaron Rodgers. And you guys see there's a bunch of teams 2-2, including us. Right here. What week is it? Week 5? It's week 5? Yeah, week 5. Yeah. Next week's gonna be week 5. I was like, okay. I got a little shock of which week. It's week 5. And I just said we just finished with the first quarter of the season. And there's a bunch of teams 1-3. The Saints, the Rams, the Titans, and the Texans. The Titans and the Saints are somewhat surprising because both of those two teams, the Titans was the 3 seed last year, and the Saints were the number 1 seed in the AFC. They tied us with the best record in the NFL. Both of those teams are at the bottom of the league. Right now, the most competitive division, in my opinion, probably has to go to the AFC North. There's a bunch of teams in the AFC East, 2-2, including the AFC West. The NFC East actually has a lot of good teams, including the NFC North. There's a lot of great divisions, I think, with a lot of parity, but it's not like there's a lot of parity with a lot of bad football teams. There's a lot of good football teams. There's at least 1 or 2. There's at least 2 or 3 good football teams, I think, in every single division right now. So right now, we don't know what's gonna happen. Right now. And if you guys do know, in real life right now, as I'm recording this, I'm actually right now on the game. I'm actually past the Week 9 matchup. So hopefully, when we get past Week 9, we can actually finally start getting on the go uploading schedule, and also I might start working stuff like that, and finals should be done. I'm going to let the people know where I work. I'm gonna be like, yo, this is the break. I'm just gonna let you know, this, that. But here are some of the games. The Falcons and the Colts played against one another, and the Falcons ended up losing. Blake Thompson's actually been playing pretty well. That's the only bright spot outside the running game. But I will say, for this Falcons team, is that they are allowing way too many sacks, in my opinion. The Steelers and Bengals played against one another. The Bengals dominated, and the Carolina Panthers just straight owned the New Orleans Saints. Both quarterbacks played well in this ball game. Both guys were efficient. Both of them threw for 2 touchdowns or more. And Roy Landry, I would definitely say he actually had some rough years in Carolina, but I think he's definitely turning the corner. I definitely think he's taking that next step. And I don't really think it's really a next step. It's really just consistency. And I think the real problem for the Saints is outside of their defense. On offense, they can't run the football. Similar to Joe Flacco in the Ravens, but obviously Russell Wilson's a better quarterback. Because if you guys do not know, I am a Ravens fan, so I've experienced seeing some horrible Ravens offenses, and we still got a pretty bad one. I understand many people think Lamar's the greatest thing since sliced toast. He's a good quarterback, don't get me wrong. As you guys see, the Miami Dolphins did lose their 2nd straight game, and Washington's 4-0. Colt Tobin bounced back after a rough performance in Week 3 and 2. He didn't really play his best in Week 3. I definitely know Week 2, because Week 2 he threw 3 picks. The Green Bay Packers, as I said earlier in the video, they're 4-0, and their offense really has not been putting up that many yards. And what's really shocking is that this is really the first full season Tavon McGee has played. This is probably the most he's played all year. Right now, this is pretty much time for the most Tavon McGee's ever played. He only played 4 games last year as a Green Bay Packer. No, actually 3 games last year. And right now, he's not running the football well so far. Let's be honest. And somehow, someway, they found a way to win and beat the Seattle Seahawks. If you guys do not know, also, and you guys see the game that happened in Portland. I mean, it was definitely a defensive slugfest. The only person who really did something was Josh Jacobs. The defenses reigned supreme, but the only thing I was about to say is is that if you guys remember about the Seahawks, if you guys remember who Zach's backup quarterback was when he played in what's the word I'm looking for? When he in year 5, it was actually Ricky Leno, and he's now in Seattle. He's now the starter. He actually played well last year. I'm actually very proud of him. As we guys see the Chiefs bounce back after losing their last 2 games after winning on opening weekend, and they beat the Baltimore Ravens 28-14. Patrick Mahomes played efficiently, but the main thing I think I'm somewhat surprised is that they were able to run the football really well against this Ravens front 7, which is somewhat surprising. And that kind of makes this Chiefs offense a little bit more scary to face. Now, week 5, there are some key matchups. We will be seeing the Dolphins game. I'm going to tell you some of the games that we will be seeing, most definitely in 2 episodes from now, because the next episode will be week 5 against Dallas. Next game will be week 5 against. Next episode will be week 5 against Dallas. But I will tell you, we will be seeing some games. I might check out the Saints and Eagles game. Colts and Texans, I want to see if they continue their undefeated run. Without question. Saints, Eagles, maybe. Bills and Jets, maybe. So I'll definitely, I'll have to decide. The Giants and Dolphins game, I definitely will see. Chiefs, Bears, maybe. I don't know. I gotta decide. I had to decide. So I'm just trying to see what happened here. But like I said, the Chiefs ended up losing like 2 out of their first 3 games. But now they found a way to bounce back a little bit, and now they have a chance to take on Chicago. So, and I think Chicago's 2-2 this year. Titans and Panthers, I'm probably actually gonna watch that. I'm gonna see the result of that game, including the Packers and Raiders. Titans and Panthers, even though the Titans are not really doing well right now, and I think right now they haven't won a game. I think the main reason why I probably am going to see that game is because it's gonna be. I think that might be one of the first times John Hernan and Roy Landry, 2 young guns, are gonna go head to head, and that's gonna be a game I definitely do want to see. And I think they have a lot of talent on both teams, on both sides of football for both of those 2 teams. And now, it's gonna be fun to watch. And now let's get into the Dallas Cowboys and what they've done in their games. And they lost this one in Green Bay. Their defense played well in week number 2. Their defense didn't play so well in this game. But what I'm really seeing is that because Brian Foote's their starting quarterback. If you guys do not remember, the Miami Dolphins picked him off the Bengals practice squad. He was a practice squad player, and now he's a starter. It's like, bro. But one thing I am seeing, and it's very concerning in my opinion, is that I think people are starting to that I was really starting to see is that it was really their defense doing their job. Like it doesn't matter if it was points or yards, or their defense did their job to stop the whole Dallas. But it was their offense which failed them, and you guys see they're second in the league in total yards allowed, and against the run, if I'm not mistaken, okay, they're actually pretty weak against the run, if I'm not mistaken. They're in this bottom half of the league, which we gotta pay attention to that. They have the best pass defense in all of football. I mean, and look at the points allowed. Best by a long shot. The next person in terms of points allowed is like 14 points. And by the way, you gotta know they only played 3 games. Sacks. Oh yeah, they're in the top 10 in that too. Fumbles recovered. Oh, they're tied for 4. Oh, they're 4th. And interceptions, they're 3rd in the league. Yeah, so this is without question the best defense. So this is without question so far this year the best defense this Patriots offense and this Patriots team has faced. Red zone. Let's see where we rank in the red zone this year. That's probably one of the best things, or one of the best stats I definitely want to be good at. No matter what career mode or what franchise I'm doing, I want to be good in the red zone. I want to be a good red zone team. When it comes to, hey, do we get into the red zone? Are we productive? Because if you're getting in the red zone, you're moving the football. If you don't get in the red zone much, you're not getting that many opportunities to score touchdowns. Percentage, you guys see, we're up there. We're not as high as I probably would want to. I don't think we're high as we were last year. But I think in a minute we're about to show. But this is the Dallas's problem. They only have 7 red zone trips, which I'm pretty sure is last in the NFL. If they actually had the Titans, they might actually be a better football team. But look at their defense. They've only allowed 7 red zone trips this year. That's incredible. That's incredible. And guess what? They've only allowed 5 red zone touchdowns. Unbelievable. That's just crazy. Now we're gonna look at their offense, and our defense has struggled a little bit. Last week was without question their best game of the season. But just look at the numbers. They're in the bottom of the league in passing yards, bottom in the league in rushing, which is surprising. They got Ezekiel Elliott, but many people got to remember this is the 2027 season. This is his 12th year. He is definitely starting to slow down. And they might need to look for a replacement sooner than later. We don't know when Zeke's going to retire, and like they're bottom in every single category. I mean, they haven't found a way to put up touchdowns, which is a problem for that offense. They don't get in the red zone and they don't score touchdowns. So I definitely expect our defense, especially against a fully healthy Giants offense, they were able to shut them down in the second half. They definitely need to have that same type of game, because we gotta remember that this is the same quarterback that broke this defense's hearts. Week 5 in week 14 against the Miami Dolphins. If you guys do not remember, go watch the video. You guys probably can tell Jordan Howard is the guy that was on the thumbnail. Yeah, it was frustrating. Now you guys do see the legacy score for Zach Phillips. He's not that far away from being a Hall of Famer. In this game, you need 10,000 legacy points. There was a bug with one of my other players because I actually won the Super Bowl, and I was kind of just through playing with him. But you guys see Ezekiel Elliott. Yeah, he's still a 92 overall, but just look at his numbers. I was just thinking, like, what was the problem with Zeke? He had a good start, I think, but it just went downhill. It's just there's nothing I really can put it like that, you know. I don't know how we can put it any differently. But yeah, I think we're about to find out their squad. They still have good receivers. I don't know what the problem is. They have 2 good receivers. They have Nathan Felder. I don't get what the problem is. Maybe it's quarterback. Maybe not having Dak is hurting them. Is hurting them right now in a big way. Maybe that's an issue. But they should be playing better football than what they're playing right now. I don't get why they're not playing way better football. But let's look at this defense. DeMarcus Lawrence, Josh Sweat are the defensive ends on the left side. Javonte Ayers and Shaq Lawson. Is that Shaq Lawson? Is that the other defensive left end? Wow, he's definitely regressed. You got Antonio Hall and I think it was Tianstein Hill. And you got Terrence Flowers, number 57, Jalen Smith, and Terrence Baker. Just a lot of players. And they got some good secondary players. This defense really doesn't have all great skill players, but they have some solid players in this defense, some young guys. George Pearson and Garrison Pierman and Fairbairn are the guys. Should be a fun game. Should be a tough game. We can't take this team lightly. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Week 5 against the Dallas Cowboys. I hope you guys liked the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Catch you guys next time. Have a great day. Peace.